Here, Blenderbike. So I've got some ideas. I think this idea could really go because it's just so fun and kitschy, and it really is from the foundation of um, feed the children, come up with a new sustainable way to make this work, and just an awesome fundamental education, clearing up the cloudy, soupy mess of the canned and boxed food industry. It got everything right. We're using food that was otherwise waste. We're making rated #1 best soup. If you're a chef, you know. Like, there's not a magic tomato, right? There's a ripe tomato. So if we use only the good parts and it's all ripe, then we get the best soup. Yes, kids can make it. You don't have to freak out like a chef. You want to saute some things. You got fresh spices. Well, Exito supplies all that. Everywhere's got that. Sorry to demystify the chef guru here, but a bunch of autistic 8-year-olds are going to be making you the best soup in the world. Anyway, these are some quick notes. My phone only lasts a couple hours. I wish I had 14 hours to have on a computer, but it took me a year to save for a phone. So I'm this year 50, halfway through 9/11 is my birthday, so that's going to be really interesting. Without my wife and children, I'm just not dating or doing anything. I'm totally solo. To be clear, though, for the sake of my so-called mental health records, I'm not gay, haven't ever been gay, don't want to be. And I don't raise my children that way because I want them to have their own children that look like them. It's very simple. Not religious. I'm vegan. I'm righteous. I want that for my mental health record. So there you go. It's on there, because the bullshit, if you pull a court record on me, you get nothing but garbage, and you wonder, how do these people justify a $10 million investigation when I'm a homeless man. This is me, where I live. People know it. People come on. That's my vegan. You dig through that, you're not gonna find any garbage. I eat the cheapest, most powerful, responsible way. Life, living plants from Pachamama. This is when I look up, this is what I see. So you almost don't ever want to get out of the hammock, because that's your world. Hey, it's tree world. Okay. A kid's quadcopter went over there one time. It was really cute. And then one that was painted sky blue. Here we go. So a quick overview. Blenderbike is first an art boutique. Second, the Blenderbike is the masterpiece, and it's free soup for children all day. But it also showcases my Pollen8 work, where while you're there making the soup, you plant a seed, name it, and visit later. Every day come by for a different soup and check on your plant. It's hydroponic, so you can watch the roots and you can understand the roots. We're going to grow vegetables, spice, and flowers. Some questions: do bees eat honey, bee pollen, or royal jelly? How long do they live? Do all bees sting? What is a bumblebee? Going to have lots of fun questions there that the kids can research, and all the clues were in the art on the wall, hidden in plain sight, were the answers, and they're right. But it's going to shock you, because most adults will get it wrong. Now that I said that, the adults will go through the test, answer all wrong, and get it all right. There we go. Correct. That means the core is wrecked. Bike for life. Change the tire on our Blenderbike. Before you go, you got a flat. Uh-oh. Do you have time to fix it? It's a good Samaritan act, because it's optional. But what happens when you do? You learn how to change a tire. That puts you into 2% of 8-year-olds. In their life, by the time we die, less than 50% have grown their own garden, eaten from it, changed the bicycle flat tire, and what was the third thing? It's somewhere on my website, but it's 2 times 2. 2 times 2 times 2, 2% each category makes you 8 in a million, which is a Pollen8 team. So within 1 million people, you might find 8 members and you could start a Pollen8 team. Okay, so we're going to have a helical 90 gear drive on the Blenderbike, learn about oil wars. Why are cheap tires a waste of money? Metzler fans, that's all I ever had. I grew up with Metzlers. I never had anything less. All right, that's my dad. System test. Ken Darvin. See if he can reply by video. This here, it dropped, it got squished. Can you use it? It's a gift. I'll let Kangaroo carry it because that's what she does. Giving old veggies a super new life. Did we get all that? Okay. I don't know if... Clown trend dies. Unicycle surplus. Mechanically gifted. This is how we recycle the Blenderbike. This is how we create a Blenderbike. And that's a Blenderbike there. So it's so funny. So the clown who recycled the unicycle after, because she was a sad clown and she died, who gifts the unicycle, she's the main hostess of Blenderbike and the soup teacher. Now here's the thing. You will make a connection when you see the picture of the clown on the wall to her. That's all I'll say, but it's a really fun connection. And then you're gonna wonder, you'll ask her a question. Until you see Blenderbike executed, you won't get to know that though. The Blenderbike cup, I can order, I found it, is from 1920. It's green impression glass. And I just got to cut a hole through the glass bottom, so I have to go to a glass shop that can do that to cut the hole, and then I put the blender mechanism in it. But it's the Victory Cup. We teach real soup. And the reason I'm going 1920s on this is because they didn't have artificial back then. Soup was soup. So the fact that we have this like antique Art Deco unicycle, which I'm welding everything myself because my dad taught me how to weld. Owned a motorcycle shop. My stepdad was a car mechanic and a carpenter. My mom's a paramedic, gardener, turned farmer. She starts farmers markets. My mom, my stepdad helped so many people for free all his life with cars and carpentry. And everyone knows Ken Darvin. I don't even have to say anything. The creator of the After Dark Enduro. To sum it up, the motorcycle series, motorcycles racing through trees like this in the dark, up and over hills, like through rivers, and it's the first time they've seen the course, and all they've got to go by is ribbons and the smell of exhaust ahead of you, and all that says is someone is ahead of you, because the winning exhaust, would you know it? If you could smell Chevron 94, it'd say, yeah, okay, I'm on the right track. That's probably the leader. That would be your best clue. This will be our first soup that kids make because it's a real paradigm shift, because it's a soup or a smoothie. You serve it as ice, and then you serve it as soup. You just add more water and keep blending and heat it up. So the fact that something could be both things, a soup or a smoothie, is a breakthrough about what food is. You just have to add more water, because to be delicious as a smoothie, it's got to be sweeter. So as soup, you can add more water and add salt. But that's it. That's the only change. Tomato, go man, go. Kids, drag your mom and dad to the Blenderbike and you can custom make them the best soup they ever had. Delicious vegan recipes. Kids eat free. Learn, blend, eat. We teach real soup and smoothies. So this is Blenderbike. This is my idea. Level 2, we saute garlic, onion, ginger in olive oil. And only those ingredients are there. They're all there, and they're in the perfect little shaker containers for 8-year-olds to use. Nothing will ever spill. Let's just assume we get all of our little shaker containers from Norway. We become an icon of